So, growing up, I was very antisocial. Jesus fucking Christ, back up. God. You see, growing up, I was very introverted. It seemed like I only ever had like one or two like actual friends. Then the older I got, it became like small, tight-knit friend groups that would always end up lasting like a couple of years before it just like evaporates. Some people became friends due to like certain hobbies, some because we liked the same form of media, and then some became friends due to these videos, but then quickly moved on to other more important things. I think everyone was very quick to move on, partly because of how obsessed I became over my hobby or my craft, or even being like very stern about liking what I like. But like, even in that same regard, it wasn't until I started getting more and more comfortable making these kinds of videos that even I personally started to branch out more. Like, I went from being scared about how people viewed me to acting like a fool and a complete dumbass, basically just being myself no matter who the hell's around. Like, I also went from hiding my interests because of how weird or childish they were to now I'm expressing myself, just not really caring, just overall just not giving a fuck. And with me getting more and more comfortable making these videos, it means I'm also getting more and more comfortable like in my everyday life, which in itself makes doing these videos a hell of a lot more enjoyable. Which again, I'm so sorry that this took forever to come out. Doing these videos is actually really hard to do, like producing them, editing them, uploading them. And like, while I love doing them much more than all my other content put together, it just takes so much time to do. And I'm also still like a little bit picky about the videos I make, and that each one has to be bigger and better than the last. So like, now that this video is gonna be out, I can then get back on working on like the 15 I already have filmed that I like a hell of a lot more. And I think you would as well. So a few of the big ways I've been, growing out of my comfort zone, out of my shell, and expressing myself more and more have been, like, now I've been showing off more of my interests and my nerdy shit. I've been doing new things, big things, better things outside of my house, outside of my comfort zone. And I've also been meeting new people. This all started back in January, just after I ran my first ever 5K. Somebody who I just only briefly met down at Too Many Games called me up and invited me to go out and film some Toku content. Now you're probably asking, what the fuck is a Toku? Let me explain. Toku, or short for tokusatsu, is a Japanese term for live action film or television that uses heavy practical special effects such as miniature models, pyrotechnics, and suitmation. Ultraman, Kamen Rider, hell, even the OG Spider-Man, and Super Sentai, or what we know here in the States as Power Rangers. Now, I actually grew up watching Power Rangers. I fell in love with it, collecting all the toys and watching all the shows. And over the last few years, I've been really getting more back into it with my niece and nephew. They see the mounds of cool toys and old shit I have and are fascinated with it. And now they're also watching the show. Now, I describe Power Rangers to people who haven't seen it basically like Pokemon, a show being made primarily in Japan and being brought to the States with American voice actors. Basically, the best way to tell is in Power Rangers, every single time they're themselves, it's in America. When they have the helmet on, it's all Japanese. And then later dubbed, with the American voice actors. So to make a very short story very long, Uvoid, who was the guy I met over at Too Many Games, invited me down just about an hour away to bring all our collectibles and film a shit ton of content for TikTok and YouTube. So in the freezing cold weather of January, just after running a 5K and barely being able to feel my legs, I hopped in the truck and set off on my hour-long journey, which ended up being like well over 2 hours, because of this little guy. I didn't actually have this at the time, so what was only supposed to be an hour-long drive ended up being 2.5, almost 3 hours to go basically completely around my entire state. Grabbing gas before the big road trip. Have to drive almost 2 hours. It was originally gonna be like an hour and a half, but we don't have our Easy Pass in the truck for some reason. Should have been in here, and then it should have been in our other truck, so I went in the other truck. Wasn't there either. So hour and a half turned 2 hours to avoid tolls. God damn it. Okay, I'm officially 10 minutes away. This was such a long drive. At least this gives me good
In 2 miles, take the Cedar Crest Boulevard exit.
Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. But at least this gives me good practice for Too Many Games, because I'll probably be the one having to drive this year. If we go. Not too sure yet. But the last 10 minutes and what looks like the next 10 minutes is all like damn near bumper to bumper. So used to going 70 or 80. Went from that to like 30 to 20, we're bouncing back and forth very, very quickly. Uvoid might already be there by now. He's either just there now, or he's gonna be getting there around the same time as me, which is solid. The GoPro did die before. Like, we were so close to getting the full drive captured. I was really trying to do some like fancy dancy art shots, but it got to a point where I was on the interstate for 2 hours with no way to turn off to switch the camera and stuff.
In half a mile, take the Cedar Crest Boulevard exit.
No shit! I think it's this exit right here.
Take the Cedar Crest Boulevard
I
exit.
know! Damn! Damn!
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, boy! What's up?
What's up? How we doing?
But nonetheless, I eventually made it, and immediately we were off to a very good time and some good laughs, while also very much freezing our asses off. I don't think anybody could understand just how cold it was out that day. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
What's going on? How we doing?
Playing with all the Toku stuff.
Yeah, my bags. Well, there's my Odra. Right there. Oh man.
It's also freezing.
Yes.
And not like terrible, but like our hands are cold.
Hands, low key.
Yeah.
Hands. And like there's a little bit of wind chill, but it's not too bad.
So what stuff did you bring?
I brought my Zest driver, Boon Boon changer.
Okay, real quick, do you want to see the unstable revolver?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna laugh at this. So you can already hear batteries are changing everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my hand's too cold to even turn the G around.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
So you hear it's just non-stop. What?
Bro, what? That's the Gabu don't work revolver. What the
I physically don't know.
brother?
I don't know why it's doing that.
That's so weird.
That's the unstable one. And then you can't even... That's just with the sound effect. Gun becomes broken, technically.
It kind of is already.
Like, what?
That's so weird.
So basically, a couple of the big things we wanted to do was we wanted to do fan henshins, fan morphs. I don't think he actually ended up uploading, like, any footage that I was in. But after we ended up filming a decent bit of content, we hopped in my truck to warm up, and then we set off to this, like, vintage flea market shop purely just because we were bored. We were gonna go out and get food anyways, and we saw it there. We were like, fuck it, why not?
Nope.
There you go. Some Power Ranger stuff. Ninja Turtles. And then pure villains. Found the gold mine, the absolute gold mine.
It was a plush.
And I was debating on getting some of the Ultraman plushes for my nephew.
Bro.
Stronger. Ultraman. Yeah. Ichigo. Spider-Man. What's down here? There's nothing. Oh my god, yeah.
This is just here, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't even searched any of the rest yet.
I don't know which one to get. Probably Decade.
Decade was sick.
I'll probably just get Decade.
Can't tell what these are. These just like mini cameras or... So that's a bit of me right there. But this game is sick. How did we keep passing this? Abade, you're fucked up.
You're not working.
Wally West Flash. Michael Rosenbaum.
What?
Okay, that's sick. So I got this little tiny camera collectible from Japan, along with a Kamen Rider, little action figure. Kamen Rider Ichigo, the very first one. Now, just after coming back from that trip, it was actually while filming the first episode for this series, I got a call from one of my old, really good buddies from high school. He recently started doing jujitsu, and if you know me, I'm a big martial arts kind of guy. I grew up doing Tangsodu karate, aikido, boxing. I studied weapons training. He called me up and said, hey, my coach at this gym wants a videographer, wants a photographer. Would you be down? Fuck yes, I was down. So we planned the day, and I set out for this gym. Now, it wasn't just an ordinary gym. It was a much smaller time gym, but the head coach and the owner ended up being one of the most inspirational men I've ever met in my entire life. Coach Matt is a jiu-jitsu and judo trainer who also suffers from CP. Now, from what he explains, even though CP growing up kicked his ass, he kicked it back even harder. Now, I haven't actually stepped foot inside a dojo in more years than I would actually like, but after entering the gym and talking with Coach Matt, meeting up with my boy Vinny, meeting all of the trainees, I was personally, like, instantly greeted with respect and with gratitude. Like, these were some of the most genuine people I have ever met. And being that, you know, one of my loves is martial arts, being able to go in with my other love, cameras, and capture not only the training, but the inspiration that was Coach Matt was so badass. Everyone there was so nice. It was so awesome. It's just basically that entire experience was very, very inspirational. And now getting back on track with me being an absolute f***ing nerd, I had one more trip planned for this whole entire experience, being another 2+ hour car ride. I went deep into Philadelphia for Go Go Ranger Station, a Power Ranger convention that lets the fans meet the actors and buy a bunch of cool shit. This is probably, I think, the first trip I've ever taken that's really just on my own. I was originally supposed to stay with Uvoy, but I think last minute he ended up canceling that plan, so I got a hotel in Philadelphia. Okay, it's 10:30. Yes, it's 10:30 in the morning. Friday. I'm gonna get ready to go in an hour and a half, and in Mega Matt fashion, I'm only just now packing. Oh shit, you can see my bald head. And in similar Mega Matt fashion, you would notice very few essentials and lots more toys. Bam! I got everything from my clothes to changes for the con. This isn't all of them. Laptop, extra camera, lenses, batteries, my GoPro, this camera battery, got my drones stuff, tripod, hard drive SD cards, 2 pairs of headphones, filters, some money for the con. I am gonna stop though on the way, withdraw some more money. I really am not planning on buying much of anything, but like, let's be real, I probably will. I also don't think I'm gonna really go and meet any of the actors. Maybe 1 or 2, maybe. And then debatable, because they have an after party, which I might go to. Might. So now I gotta pack all of this, and bam, there we go. And I changed. Pocket stuff, got my tripod, laptop bag, miscellaneous stuff, got my clothes and changes, we got my extra camera stuff, and now I am ready to go. It's just about 12, so I'm gonna pack all this stuff up and get going. It's only gonna take me 2 hours to get there. I wanna get there an hour early just so I could go to the bank and anything else I need, just in case we had any delays. There's no good place to put this camera. Yeah, this camera's so goddamn big. Shift and turbo. And we are now off. I gotta stop for gas real quick. Maybe a drink and a snack, because I have not eaten anything today. And then we start our 2-hour drive. I feel like it's not gonna be like 2 hours. I've driven 30 minutes to my dad's work, to and from, that's an hour. Feels like nothing. I've driven 40 minutes to the last Comic-Con we went to. That felt like nothing. I've driven an hour to our campsite that we have, an hour to an hour back, and that felt like absolutely nothing. So, and plus, this time I finally got an easy pass. Last time, for my Allentown trip, I didn't have it, so the hour drive ended up being over 2 hours. So that really, really sucked. My first, like, solo trip on my own. Funny story, actually. I tried looking for the worst of the worst hotel, like absolute shitbox motel. I wanted you to be able to hear gunshots going. I don't know why. I just felt like that would have been like a really interesting experience. And I couldn't find anywhere around that's like a really, really crap hole motel that was in the somewhat area of the con. Although the place I did stay at wasn't too great. Oh my god. After like 2 actual full hours, I finally got to what I thought was my hotel. Turned out to be a completely different place. The GPS just took me to the wrong place. I always say Google Maps sucks. It's terrible. And so I finally got here, and I mean, on the outside, I'm like, oh, this is much better than the original one it sent me to. And then even on the photos of, you know, when I reserved the room, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. I got in. We had to pay for parking, but it was like $20 for the couple of days I'm here. So, I mean, I'm not gonna bitch and moan. I'd rather pay for parking and like ensure that my car's good, especially with me being here solo. I did kinda check out the room. I had to go open it up, make sure it's all good. Then I had to come give license plate, all that kind of jazz. Got the pass right up here. So I actually moved to the back of the building, just because my room, I'm pretty sure my room is like I'm on the 3rd floor. I think is there only 3 floors? Oh, there's 4 floors. I'm on one of the top floors. So now I gotta go and get all my shit. Here we go. My humble abode. So it's definitely not the most luxurious. I mean, it's a bed and 4 walls. That's all I can ask for. It's not the right time. Okay. Here it is. Here's my humble abode. The lights even on? Yeah. It's nothing too fancy. It's kind of nice though, with it being like my own space. Not gonna lie, this backdrop looks actually pretty good. Just need a better lighting over here. So yeah, you got the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, the bedroom. Gonna try to get me a cute Power Ranger to go right there. So yeah, so the convention is tomorrow. It's I think 10 a.m. till like 7 p.m. But I think there's an after party, which I don't know if I'm gonna go to yet. It all depends on how the vibe is. I just noticed that. So evidently, in the middle of the night when some punk kid decides to pull the fire alarm, those are gonna wash me out right there. I'm definitely being too harsh in this place. This is a very cheap place. It looked so much nicer in the I mean, like, this does look nice. Can't tell if that's a plastic bag or someone's brains when they jumped off the roof. I shouldn't be saying this stuff out loud. That's a joke. It was purely a joke. And like, it's weird. Normally, I feel like I would normally be more sketched out and more like on edge. But it's strange. Kind of like Too Many Games Year 1 with how much of a shithole that was. It was our space. And it was awesome. Good morning. We're here in the morning of Go Go Ranger Station. I keep wanting to sing the theme song. Go Go Ranger Station. I'm gonna go downstairs. Well, I'm gonna put some pants on first, but I'm gonna go downstairs, grab just something small for breakfast, and then shower, and then get ready to go. I wanna get there a little bit early to find parking. And don't tell anybody, but I actually didn't buy my ticket yet. By the time I was gonna go do it online, the online tickets they stopped selling, but you can buy them at the door, so that's totally all good. I had a way better night's sleep than I thought I was going to. Again, I went to bed at like 11:30. Okay, I spent basically since the last clip till now editing, because I filmed that episode of Hawaii. I spent the entire rest of the night editing, and now it's getting ready to upload. It's about 11:30 p.m. I normally don't go to bed till after midnight, so still technically going to bed early. I really want to be up early to kind of... I still want to walk around the hotel. I haven't been on the other side. I've heard they have a gym, not too sure. I'm sure they probably don't, but figured we'll check it out. And hopefully I get up so I can do a morning time lapse. And if I do, you shall see it right now. Good night. I'm excited though. I'm very, very excited. U-Void was just posting in the Discord. Him and his Rider cosplay from the current season of Kamen Rider, which that's really gonna be really cool to see. And then in this bag, I have a few of my changes from Super Sentai of Gokaiger, Kyoryuger, Shinkenger. And Mighty Morphin. I was gonna bring a few others, but I decided against it just because I didn't want to have a full bag in case I buy some stuff. There might be a Morpher or others that I see. I'm not planning on spending a lot of money, but I'll probably be spending a lot of money. It's just about 8 o'clock. The con starts at 10, but we're gonna get there early. We're gonna get there for 9. So I wanna leave like 8:30, 8:45, just because I also want to make sure I get a parking spot. So I have to get dressed and pack my backpack with my changes and then a snack, a few snacks and a drink. And ready, 3, 2, 1, transition. Go! Yeah, that's elite ball knowledge. Okay, well dressed and ready to go to the convention. My bag is mostly packed with all my changes and stuff. Got some of my pocket stuff, extra batteries for the camera, wallet, gum. That's all my monies, that stuff. And then, like I said, this is the Toku meetup for the 23 for 23 series, so you know what that means. Let's go. Two additional things. One, I switched the lens. I was using my big kit lens. This is the small one. This one's much lighter and the focus is a lot better. A big reason I did that also is because if you notice, I don't have my camera strap. I normally have these little tabs on the camera. They're camera strap quick release plates, and I put them on all my car. Oh my god, I saw a bird shit on my car window. What the fuck? Yeah. Here we go. Look at these couple of studs.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, you?
Doing good.
That was loud. Dude, look at this. That's sick.
Beautiful.
Dude, there's so. Oh my god, I'm going full out. I'm going broke. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here. Dude,
That's so good. Walking around for over an hour, still have yet to grab our badges. So we should probably at some point do that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Guys, thank you.
it's morphin' time!
It's the weekend!
Round and
Yeah!
Let's go!
So this convention was like, it was small, but it was pretty fun. It's so cool being around everybody who has the exact same interest as you, opposed to like all of my personal friends and like even when I go to too many games or other cons like that. It's more of like, I'm there with some buddies. There's a couple of things I'm gonna enjoy, but So just being able to kind of look around at all the cool collectibles, all the cool toys, all the cool actors, and all the cool fans was so sick. We just filmed a shit ton of content, like a shit ton. Mostly all for you, Void, but we did get a few nice photos. So the con had finally ended. We ended up filming a bit more content after the con. Now, one big problem I always have with too many games is like the people I go with have this huge list of things they want to do, and because I feel like I'm more easygoing and more carefree and more go with the flow, I end up like they want me sticking with them and then end up forgetting about the things I want to do, so I don't get to do anything really. Like, I know this year for Too Many Games, I'm probably gonna be on my own a lot, doing a lot of things I wanna do. So yeah, if I do go again, I'm gonna definitely go with my own agenda, meet more of the people, meet more of the fans, hang out with a lot more guys, buy some more stuff. And again, not saying I didn't have a good time. The con was a lot of fun. The trip was a lot of fun. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world, but it was definitely mostly also a learning experience too. Feels good to be back home. So today was a very, very long day. I'm also very hungry, and I kind of wish we did get some actual food at Walmart when I went, instead of just a couple of snacks. After the con, we were so dead tired. We hung out in Uvoid's car for like maybe half an hour, and like two out of the 4 of us slept. I kept kind of nodding off. And then we said goodbye to everybody. We then wanted to film one other thing and get food. I figured we were gonna get food, that's why I didn't buy any actual food. We went to Taco Bell, and if you know me, I don't eat red meat or anything like that. So I got like some of their chicken nuggets, which were absolutely awful. That was good. Overall, I did have a really fun time at Ranger Stop. A few complaints I have. A lot of the Ranger actors, like the 2 I wanted to meet, the Lightspeed Rescue Red Power Ranger, he is like the Captain America Power Rangers. So he always had a massive line, and that's okay. The second one was the Dino Charge Purple Ranger. She was like never at her booth. And every single time we actually went over there to her booth, it was back in 10, because I guess she had a panel or something like that. Another complaint, which is just it just sucks on my part. I filmed everybody's content. I wasn't really invited to be in any content, which is a little depressing, just because I love this. And the one thing I was saying is I don't have anybody in my life to talk to about this kind of stuff. So being here with all these people, it's amazing. So it really sucks I couldn't. A big reason why I hate being a camera guy is everybody expects you to be their photographer. I ended a very long friendship because I was only that person's photographer. I wasn't that person's friend, I was her photographer. And like, especially today, I was filming everybody else's content, which really, really sucked. So like I was saying how I couldn't meet any of the Ranger actors, unfortunately, so it would've been cool to have like their autograph and photos of them. This is my current haul. Bam. So I got a bunch of stickers and stuff like that. Oh, actually real quick, this lanyard, the pass, I didn't have to buy. You guys know I said I had to buy the pass. Well, Uvoid, who I went with, was a creator, and he didn't even know. He got 1 free guest. So he just gave it to me, which is sick. Okay, yeah, so I got a bunch of stickers, more stickers. I got this sick Dragon Power Coin necklace, double-sided. They had this in belt buckles. I was gonna get the belt buckle too, but I didn't want to spend that much money. This was 40, the belt buckle would have been 50. I also got this, which I was not planning on buying, but the price was too good to be true. This is Memorial Beast Selection. This is this. So this is the original one from 2013. This is the new updated version from 2025. I have a bunch of keys that go inside this. These guys. You flip them up and you insert them in the morpher. I also got this and this together. This is a Kamen Rider keycap. I also got this bad boy. I got all 3 of these at the same booth, Toku Collectibles. It's a little Green Ranger keychain. I already got a Michelangelo one. Now I have a Goju Eagle. This is the final Green Ranger in Super Sentai. And then one of the really cool creators we met was Zenith Productions. They are a really cool filmmaking company based in Detroit, Michigan, I believe it was, who adapts Super Sentai seasons that weren't adapted in America. Bam. And that's kind of it. But like this video is titled, the amount of people I met was actually insane. It was probably way more than 23, but out of the people I got to like personally connect with, got to then speak with after the events and continue on a relationship, from Toku content to sports and inspirational filmmaking to the convention of my dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, I made 23 new friends in 23 days.
Good morning, Ryder.
You let another man spin your balls? Yo.